And we should be live. Let me go ahead and check. It says we are live. Yes, we are in fact live. Awesome. Alright, hello everyone. Ace here. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm going to be, of course, playing some more Thief 2, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Johnny O'Malley says, hello everyone. Johnny's here. Welcome to the stream, Johnny. And yeah, like I said, we're going to go ahead and jump right into some more Thief 2. So, let's go ahead and pick up where we left off, which I'm pretty sure was cargo here. We did find all of the stuff we needed, found most of the loot, and I think we are good to go, basically, for the next level, which will be basically just automatically going into. Johnny says, when we last left our hero, I'd say I was being punished, but I know the world doesn't punish wicked. Whoops, wrong game. Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time, from what I've... last time we ended up, the first time in the entire series where you could actually get away with killing someone on the highest difficulty, if I remember correctly. Johnny says, so back to Thief 2, the Metal Age. Indeed. Right now we're just waiting for the game to load, which it has.
So, that was a short ride.
Alright, and now we shall continue where we left off. Yeah, we did pretty much get most of the loot. There's only a handful that wasn't picked up, but that's fine. So let's continue on. Cause the serpents to the heels of my foes, cause the ravens, cause the jackals, carry them sway their children to gnaw the bones in the night.
I went to Markham's Isle looking for three things: Victoria's agent, the Cetus Project, and Brother Cavador. There wasn't much I could do to help old Lotus, but at least he passed on his information to me. And now I know more about the Cetus Project than I ever wanted to. They've built a ship that can sail underwater. Turns out this ugly iron fish is my link to Cavador. The only way I can reach him is to hitch a ride in its belly. Victoria had better appreciate all the trouble I'm going through. Of course, it's not enough just to find Brother Cavador at this mysterious KD site. I said I'd bring him back. In one piece. Maybe I should find some other way home. I'm cramped enough here without Cavador in tow. Besides, traveling mechanist style just doesn't agree with me. And as long as I'm going to their secret site, I might as well keep my eyes and ears open. Sometimes it's the smallest leak that makes the biggest difference.
New Age Drifter says, yo Ace, what are your thoughts on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? Yeah, I've been thinking of doing a video on the whole situation but it's kind of a case where every single time I'm ready, there's more stuff that comes out. And I think I'm just at the point now where when it comes to the actual content that's in the game, my thoughts are I have some very mixed feelings about it, we'll say. Johnny O'Malley says, well, if you asked me, I would say Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Empire, had a long and successful reign. Here's the thing. How best to describe it? The things that have been confirmed in the game aren't actually complete proof that the game is woke or anything. They are... I can, however, completely understand why people are very, very nervous. What with, the decade so far of far leftists basically making everyone associate with the kind of things that have leaked with being woke. Here's the thing, though, and what you have to remember is what wokeness is and is not. Right? Wokeness is not the option to have a gay romance in a game. Especially if you're creating it in a game where, at least from what it appears, you have a very real chance of getting punished for doing that in the game. Which makes sense given the setting. But wokeness is not just giving the player an option like that, right? Wokeness at its core is meant specifically to be subversive in a Gramscian sense to push a Marxist point of view or a Marxist position. That is at its core what wokeness is. That's why the big sources I use for what wokeness is, at least in terms of how the ideological foundation, what pushes wokeness from the ideological standpoint, the sources that I use to showcase what I mean by wokeness and its origins are Empire and Games of Empire. New Age Drifter says there's screen caps of the African dude telling Henry Molly is known for gender equality, lol. That's a plain modern insertion. Yeah, I have seen that. On the other hand, that is something that a Malian character would have argued, regardless of whether or not it was actually true for him to argue that. Because he's obviously going to think that his way... Because chances are he's probably going to think that his way of the world is better than everyone else's, because that's what he's used to. Right? So yes, he will. So yes, he can argue that, but then there's also the matter of how he's going to be portrayed. Considering that his depiction is that he came from an invading army and is with the game's villains, at least from what I understand. You could make a character... Here's the thing. You could actually take a very based direction by having a character like that and then making that character very unlikable in the game. Deliberately unlikable, I mean. A character that you can absolutely screw over. Which, at least if the original Kingdom Come Deliverance was any indication, would actually be a case... You could potentially do that if this game is anything like that in terms of the player freedom that it does actually give you. New Age Drifter says, communists and socialists used subtle propaganda to normalize the ideal. New Age Drifter says, in the 1400s, I doubt anyone would use gender equality as a form to prove their country was more powerful than X country. I don't know. And I'm not sure it would be necessarily... I don't know. Trying to think of some good historical examples here and there. But let's see. But with regards to the communists and socialists use subtle propaganda to normalize the ideal... That's the thing. That's the thing about propaganda, though, is that propaganda at its core can't really afford to be that subtle, because at that point you can potentially have someone subvert your message if it's not necessarily clear to mean something very different than what you intended. In fact, let's take an example of a game that that isn't necessarily subtle with what it tried to do. Take the example of BioShock when it came out. Everyone talks about how BioShock's a critique of a libertarian society, even though it kind of doesn't actually show an actual libertarian society within it, but that's beside the point. But what I am getting at here is a counterpoint that can be made is that Rapture itself in BioShock is basically completely undone, or is ultimately brought to its knees specifically by drug addiction. If you really want to get into what the splicers are and how they came to be and all that. If you're going to... But, on the other hand, I don't think the creators of BioShock wanted to make a drugs are bad game or message, especially considering the player basically uses the plasmids and all that throughout the game themselves, but I digress. But the point I'm getting at, though, is... if propaganda is not overt, it can very easily be subverted, which is the problem with trying to make subtle propaganda. But I digress. Anyways, let's go ahead and actually get into the actual game here itself. But ultimately, though, like I was saying, the main way to see how the things are going to go with this... Oro says, we talk about drugs and addiction because we are addicted to games. It's virtual drug. But anyways, yeah, like I said, my thoughts on the whole Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 thing is very complicated. New Age Drifter says, BioShock is pretty open about its ideology. The problem is wokeness isn't. It's presented as a normal plot elements and stories that have nothing to do with it. Well, actually, no. Wokeness is pretty open about its ideology. Because, again, it has to be. It has to be overt. That's why it's kind of easy. It's not exactly a big mystery what exactly the politics of Skull and Bones are when the game's intro begins by claiming that that the British Empire, or that the, I guess was the 17th century, was the dawn of capitalism, even though at that era it was still mercantilism, which was a heavily regulated system by the government. You know, something that is... not capitalist, but I digress. Johnny says, thanks for the thoughts, Ace. Holy Thunder says, I generally like libertarians, with one exception. Too many libertarians have this childish delusion that we all live in a vacuum where your actions don't totally don't affect society. I would say that your actions can affect society. Yet at the same time, I have to wonder if it's a case that... But just because it affects society doesn't mean that those actions fundamentally at all... Yes, your actions can affect society, but is it going to be producing victims if you're just sitting in your house playing games on your own time and not really bothering anyone? I think that's where... I think that's the thing there, is... The standard is that your rights end where someone else's begin. Is, I think, the standard that exists there. And yeah, the very fact that fact that your rights end where someone else's begin do suggest in that regard that in theory, yes, you can impact society in that way. Shadowman says we live in a society, or says we've said society so much that I am surprised we aren't summoning the Joker, or Chuckles from Legends of Atlantis. All right. Anyways, well, let's go ahead and actually play the game here. Difficulty expert, you've come a long way to find Brother Cavador. Find and kidnap Brother Cavador and take him with you when you escape. Obviously, Cavador can't answer any questions if he's dead. Don't let anything permanent happen to him. New Age Drifter says, it's pretty strange, don't you think? I remember playing games like Gears of War 1 to 3, never seeing Marcus or the other boys become gay for each other. Well, that is true. That is true, I will give you that. But then again, that is a war game where you're... Well, that's a war game and a third-person shooter that's specifically focused around war as a setting. Kingdom Come Deliverance, by contrast, is an open-world RPG. And in the context of open-world RPGs, well, romance options aren't exactly new. To technically, if you really want to get into it, if I remember correctly, Ultima 7 had the ability to hook up with a gay character at one point, though though I should mention very specifically was optional from what I understand. And that game came out in 92. There's other examples as well, some even weirder, spicier examples that I can think of. For example, Arcanum had some messed up stuff in it as, shall we say, options, which I'm not even going to get into. But I digress. But yeah, there have been examples I can point to. Noteworthy examples, for the record, in video game history. Ultima 7 has gone down as one of the best RPGs ever made. Arcanum has kind of gotten a bigger following over the years. It was kind of a cult game back in the day, but nowadays it's becoming more and more liked. Johnny says, one or two of the really early Ultima games let your avatar have the gender... Well, yeah, that too. Ultima 3... which came out, I think, in 1983, let you basically play as a quote-unquote other-gendered Ewok, basically, or Fuzzy, as they're called in-game, and that was 1983 right there. But I digress. Holy Thunder King says, to make my point more clear, if enough people tolerate a thing instead of opposing it, it becomes normalized. For example, if we don't take a stand against pedophilia, it will become normalized. For what it's worth, you are correct. If people don't oppose it, there is the risk that it can become normalized. Which is why I'm so staunch about opposing it. New Age Drifter says, that's pretty much my argument. I can get more in topic about quoting Marcuse, but this chat would become heavily political. Well, I think, understandable, yeah. What I think right now is... Well, I will say this before we get started with the actual game. What I will say right now is... My thoughts on the whole matter is... The pendulum is already starting to shift. It's actually shifting faster than I was expecting, which is an interesting predicament. But it does mean that... But I do believe that we might have a bit of an overcorrection of sorts. You have to remember, the far left have basically spent the past decade... doing their best to tie having gay and black characters in a game with that game being shit. And that's the far left's doing at that point. They've spent the past decade basically training the general audience to try to view things that way. I would argue that's an unfair critique or an unfair thing to just immediately jump to. I don't think having a gay character in a game automatically makes the game bad, and I don't think having a black character in the game automatically makes the game bad. Nor do I think it automatically makes the game woke. What makes a game woke, like I said, is trying to specifically push a Marxist agenda via Gramsci-style tactics. And Gramsci-style tactics are, at their core, anything but subtle. That would be... So, but like I said, basically the far left have created a sort of pattern recognition situation where we've had just a full decade plus of game after game after game consistently being trash, and the fact that they consistently have characters of a certain orientation or skin color in them has kind of become a case of pattern recognition in its own right in there. And like I said, New Age Drifter says, Marcuse described the shift in politics as not as a pendulum, but as a Hegelian spiral. Basically, progress means turning everything further and further to the left to the point no one is conservative. That implies you can't just go a completely different and other direction, which I don't think is actually accurate. I don't think... for example, that the U.S. of, say, the 1840s was less conservative than, say, the U.S. was in the 1780s. Johnny says the far left have, in some ways, created new stereotypes. Yes, they have. they absolutely have created brand new stereotypes. I don't think I would have ever... I don't even think I would have ever expected to hear an actual dyed-in-the-wool Klansman try to compare black people to orcs. But I have heard far leftists consistently do it with absolutely zero hesitation. So yeah, they have absolutely created brand new stereotypes. And that's... And really... Yeah... Okay, New Age Drifter says, this is a concept born post-World War II when communism ran rampant. Alright. I mean, I wouldn't exactly say that the U.S. in that case, in the 1990s was less conservative than, the U.S. was in the 1970s, if you really want to get into that. I'm not sure I would go that far. But, yeah, okay, so... Holy Thunder says, I generally don't understand the connection between Africans and orcs. I see orcs much more based on barbarians in general. Well, here's the thing. Because they're described as a quote-unquote race in your typical fantasy setting, which technically they would be, because you can have half-orcs typically in various fantasy settings, which means they are technically part of the same species as humans in those kinds of situations. So technically race would be the correct term, I suppose. But because of that, that means that the progressives who believe absolutely everything is political, because again, Gramscian thought, we're always going to think that orcs as a race were going to correspond with a race in real life. Because to them everything is political, as in it can be attributed to modern political paradigms. So they were always going to compare orcs to a group of people. That's simply how their ideology works. Aura says, and these people see Africans as barbarians, as they've demonstrated with... Yes, they actually do see them that way, which is part of the reason why they're not exactly a very tolerant bunch. New Age Drifter says, if you think Fantasy Warhammer isn't woke, check out what the books GW is releasing. There's this book about Bretonian Lady Knight that's a blatant Mary Sue. Alright. If you want to see Africans, if you want to connect them to Saiyans, it's much more effective for the purpose. Oh. All right. Well, I mean, the thing is, that is a spicy meatball. I'll give you that one. Oh dear. Oh dear. That was a spicy one. Okay, you got that. That was good. All right. So I think we will go ahead and actually get into the game. Black Goku is... okay, let's go ahead and get into the game. Alright. Just what was Karis thinking, since this is mechanism installation, should be scripture lying around, find it, read it. Violence is the mark of amateurs and mechanists. You are neither. Don't kill anyone during your explorations. Aura says also... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, let's get into this.
I'm back in the Lost City. I should have known. Guess I'll take the back door home.
No, my friend. I fear this cannot wait till evening.
Then you must seek out Brother Cavador, for he alone can aid you. No other here hath his understanding of the ancient ways.
I pray thee, tell me where I might find the good brother then? At his house?
Mayhap, though I think it unlikely. More likely he doth his daily work tours now.
What? Must I wander fallen Careth Din till I find Brother Cavador then?
Ha ha! Nay, I think that not necessary. Seekest thou within? There thou shalt surely find a scroll with his intended path writ upon it. He hath the faithfulness of a child of Karis for the following of such schedules.
Ah, many thanks. May thy gears run smoothly.
Alright, let's go ahead and save, because we know how this game can be. I will save it over Kidnap.
And
Or Fernin.
thine. Good Cog, is that you?
Someone there.
Attention! Those seeking Brother Cavador must not disturb other workers. 'Tis inefficient and causes the loss of much work. Request instead a schedule from the camp steward and check the green lights. For they are lit when Brother is present or was recently so. Shouldst thou find that all the lights are lit, then 'tis too late in the day, and Brother Cavador hath retired to his rooms. Oh god, we might actually have a time limit. New Age Drifter says, reading communist political theory and philosophy is pretty eye-opening, especially because they don't hide their intentions at all. They blatantly teach subversion and lying to get their way. Yes, they do.
Why? Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah! Intruder! Ah!
Let's try knocking him out before he... Oh dear, that's a problem. I died, damn it.
Leaves in mine ears rustling so, but they're gone now. Ah! Oh!
Yep, you get knocked out. Alright, let's go ahead and knock out the bot here. Got ourselves some arrows. Holy Thunder King says, what your average Joe thinks the left and right is based on how Marxists want you to think it is. Fascists I consider right-wing because they're explicitly anti-Marxist socialists. Times are changing on that. The Marxists are losing their grip on on trying to make narratives. They're losing the grip heavily. So we have a flash mine. Okay. That's interesting.
Someone there. In truth, I know not what it was.
Alright, we will save and continue again. Okay, we've got even more gold. Sweet. Whatever he's based on, snowflakes hate Popo, and he's the best man there. What do we have here? Hymn 32. As the shaft to the gear, as the shaft to the gear, turn me, master builder. As the gear to the cog, show me the way. As the coal to the furnace, I burn for thee. Let the builder return, builder, see what we have done in thy name.
Huh?
Alright, we'll just go here and knock him out when he comes by. Oh yeah, this cult likes shafts, says Oros. Got a key. Johnny says, Oros, you'd think they would complain more about Adjutant Black from OG Dragon Ball. Oh wait, they never read that. That's why they get confused when you talk about King Piccolo. So these things automatically light up when you get close to them. We have a lot of arrows of the water variety to play with. So we have a rope arrow in addition to some vine arrows. Nice. Laura says, you assume these people can read And considering tomorrow's comic, I assure you, I don't know. I have not read the... Is the wedding spectacular really that awful? Oh God, please don't tell me. Yep, I expected there to be a fire arrow in that.
Thy words, I do not know. I have a malfunction.
Steward, shouldst thou have need of me, follow this route, and surely thou shalt find me. Disturb me not unless thy matters are of greatest import. Site 6, Site 1, Site 1, 2, Site 3, Site 4, Site 8, Site 7.
Knowing where Krawurxus is, that's half the battle.
What is this? Oh, there we go. Site 6 is the first he's going to go to, so we might as well try there first. Attention! Those seeking Brother Krawurxus must not disturb other workers. Inefficient and cause loss of much work. A noisemaker arrow, that's useful. Let's see what else we can find. I'd say we've searched this area reasonably well-ish. Since we are trying to hurry, we might as well head back and see. This does imply the level's pretty big if this is just the main entrance. Already went there and already went there. I'll check this little area just in case. Yeah, okay. Now we'll just go right out and find Mr. Krawurxus. So this thing, okay. Knowing half the battle, that's what half. Knowing where Krawurxus is, that's half the battle. Hi, G.I. Garrett. Yeah. Hey, what a coincidence. That was Pan's first word. Wait. Holy Thunder says, the worst part about having a grandpa who used to be a mayor of a town, so if I ever go into politics, I'll 100,000% be accused of nepotism nonstop. Krawurxus, Make request to camp steward. Cool. See what the compass says. Says we are going east. We need to go west. So clearly there's something in here we have to do. Lovely. At least having a bunch of fire arrows is going to be really useful. Alright, well, that's a no-go. So I'm guessing we'll just go down and try to figure out a way through that. Maybe there is something towards the rocks that we can use to open up the rest of the way. I assume the camp steward's gotta be somewhere here. Nope. So there is something I've got to do to open that up. The camp steward's office should be somewhere down here anyways, so let's try going right. Nothing there. Oh, here we go. There, now we have access. I knew I was forgetting something. There we are. Now. Alright, now. Johnny says, I'm going to find him, and when I do, I'll make him pay for what he did to Astarion. Garrett, his name is Cavador. Oh, also, that game doesn't come out for more than 20 years. Okay, let's see what we've got. Now that we've properly entered.
Any luck on thy hunting, friend?
Nay, not a single beast.
Good riddance, then. Noxious things. 'Twill be a better world, more worthy of the Master Builder's work, when not a single stinking burrick remains to plague it.
Certes, save I think that time is now. And yet, still we patrol, lest a burrick's ghost should disturb poor brother Cavador. Why, he still wears his mask, as though he might be attacked at any minute.
Nay, speak not harshly of our brother and leader, for does he not speak with Kara's own voice? Bereft of his leadership, we should be rudderless. 'Tis only right and proper that he should guard himself most carefully.
May the Master Builder forgive my quick words. Thy words are true. I shall not let these dull caves weaken my faith, nor turn me from my duty.
Okay, that was a mistake.
Any luck on thy hunting, friend?
Nay, not a single beast.
Good riddance, then. Noxious things. 'Twill be a better world, more worthy of the Master Builder's work, when not a single stinking burrick remains to plague it.
Miss. Let's fix that.
Any luck on thy hunting, friend?
Nay, not a single beast.
Guess things have changed a bit.
Alright, let's check Site 6 and then Site 1.
Surely thou didst see that too?
What's that?
Bite!
I welcome the fight. Stand ready.
Alright, you guys get the gas mine treatments as soon as we... Actually, no. You guys get the flash bombs.
Oh!
Now we just have to deactivate the mine without setting it off, wherever it is. I think it's here. Yep. Alright, let's not set it off. Or, okay, we'll just leave it there. Screw it. It's a booby trap in case anyone decides to take that particular route. But now that we have cleared out a significant chunk of these guys, we can go ahead and go to Site 6. If that doesn't work, then Site 2 is our best bet.
All is quiet once more. Thanks be to Callus. What shadow passed my... Why? Oh!
He's down for the count. Now I can just make it straight over to this dude, hopefully. See if he's at Site 6 still. I'm closing in on it. Okay, Site 5 is there, so Site 6 is this way. We'll go for Site 6, see if we can find him. If we can, then awesome. If not, then we'll go straight to Site 1. Hopefully he's there. If not, then we'll just keep going till we do find him.
What's this?
Arm thyself, shit is this?
So there he is, it looks like. I'll just flashbang the whole group when they get close.
Ah, friends to me! What boldness is this?
What noise there? Softly called.
By the gears, you will die here! Ah!
Deploy the tactical frog.
For Karras and the Builder!
For Garrus and the Builder. We'll just do this. Armored guy survived one dose of bonketing medicine. That's unsurprising. Not really.
Soft was a noise I heard. Who tread? By Karis, thou hast an intruder! We'll end his treachery.
No, you won't. In fact, you're going to get flashbanged. Hold on. There we are. Hey, Cavador. Okay, now we could just walk him straight back. Technically, that's the end of the mission if we really want to do it that way. There's probably loot in these ruins, though, so... I'm gonna say I've got enough loot for the immediate time.
With mine own eyes, I saw it. 'Twas a scroll, not less than 100 years of age.
What? Did thy mysterious visitors whisk in and out again?
but grave robbers, seeking the deepest of profits, gold and jewels. Too lazy to dig for the true treasure herein. Don't you think they would recognize it even if they found it?
Thou art by far too gullible, Sabine. Twixt the Burks and the beast of living fire, what man could survive here alone?
And he moved quickly, mayhap.
Oh, and I suppose thy visitor had a friend
Awaken
awaken
awares, good
thyself.
friend. Something wrong with your figures here.
Alright, I'm just gonna book it. Maybe for the next part, if we really want, we can continue on later with the looking for the rest of the goodies. But for now, let's just... What does the frog do? It does attack enemies. So I'm gonna have to time this one well. I've timed it very poorly. You don't see anything.
What noise there that softly calls? Quiet once more.
Once we get to here, I think we're... This looks good. Site 1. Okay, so I'm here. I should head south. So since I'm here, I should, if I head south enough, I'll be able to go around Site 7 like I did earlier, and that should be a relatively clear area. Alright, looks like that might be my ticket there. Yes.
Thine evil stench shall unhide thee. Stand and be crushed.
Alright, we'll just flashbang you too. Site 4, Site 3 are that way. 7 and 8 are this way. So that was that one. So this must be the main entrance here. Basically, we're at a point where we could technically call this mission, because we do have Krawurxus. Wait a second. I still need to find a sample of his new scripture. Oh, it's Site 9 I have to do the exit route. Okay. Okay. We can knock out that dude, take out the bot, and then or the camera, and then we're good.
Good cog, is that you?
Come out, coward!
You are
and
caught
try
now,
again your
intruder!
attack.
Not the plan.
I shall cudgel thee.
Whoa.
My art shall fell thee.
Thou art smashed!
Okay, he got me fair and square. Okay.
Cease
Why
thy
the builder
fluttering
reveal
and show
thyself?
By the gears, you will die here!
Alright, he got me there. Let's try a different approach. I know.
Why the builder reveal thyself?
I have the builder's
I can
patience
hear
on my
thy
side.
trembling breath.
Wherever you are!
Bagged another one. For Karis and the Builder! Yeah, you're getting yeeted.
Oh!
Stand and be crushed.
Okay, that's a problem. Ouch! Let's see. I need another flash bomb. He's down for the count too now.
I crush you, faulty cog!
By the fires of the builder himself!
See, what do I have to work with here?
Stand and be crushed! Only cowards and the vilest weeds. It was right there. And now that moss-eating thief has disappeared.
Only cowards hide so, villain. You are doomed! I shall find thee.
For Karas and the Builder! Ah!
Darn. Okay. We'll do that a little bit more. Oh, no, you don't, you little...
After him!
Ow!
Mayst find thy mark! Stand and be crushed!
Ow!
I shall unroot you, villainous weed!
See thee the tunneled light as yet? Lend aid, good Karis! Lend me thy fuels! Hurry, friends! And avenge thee now! I am besieged! Bring me thine aid!
You are done! Thief! Intruder! Arm thyselves, good mechanists! to thee, weed. Thief! Intruder! Arm thyself, good necklace.
Well,
From the shadows.
I'd say I've dealt with most of the stuff here and have made enough of it to be able to. So site 7 is secured. I'm actually going to assume that site 1 is actually where his thing is. Since I do need to find that scripture. Site 8. That should be site 9 right there.
Looks like my old route is still open.
There is the little robot. We'll deal with him.
Malfunction.
He's there. Keep that. I think this is where I get off here, Ace. I'll watch the rest later. Thank you for this stream. Keep that spark burning. Take care. Goodbye, everyone. So, okay. Norse says self flashbangs powers are also required. This mission says triads. You can actually get it done relatively quickly compared to some of the others. It's not a great mission though, but you can at least get it done relatively quick. Ooh. Alright, we've only been at it for a little over an hour, so I am almost out of batteries on the phone here. I got stuck on it for so long. Yeah, it's because you have to know where Krawurxus is, and there was also that little switch you have to flip at the very beginning of the level, so that is annoying as well. But we do seem to be making some good headway. This is site 1 here.
Bespeak thyself, and test my patience no more. name of the master builder, what can Lord Karras be thinking?
Guard thy tongue. If thou must invoke Lord Karras' name, do it with respect.
Hast thou not heard the new orders?
Nay, I keep my gears grinding, not sitting idle, gossiping. Who's there?
Well, grind hard.
What noise dost make?
Needs must we deliver not one crate, but two, by the next reading of Scripture.
Twill indeed be hard to meet such a goal. 'Twas hard enough before.
Aye, and wherefore such haste? Thousands of years this city hath held its secrets, awaiting our eyes. Surely it can hold them another week or so.
What? Art thou a hammer to moan and whine? Surely there is no task that cannot be conquered with sufficient wit and skill. With Lord Karras as my example, I shall overcome, and so shalt thou.
Oh, aye. Loyalty is the fuel that burns away the writhing junk. Is that thou, friend? Halt and receive thy chop for character.
I didn't see him there. I mean, clearly I didn't, but yeah.
Thou art doomed. Oh, boys, I'm as sure of it as the builder himself. Stop thy flutterings and came thou, villain. I shall unroach you, villainous weed.
I unroot thee, weed!
Well, that's all but two of them down.
I crush you, faulty cog.
Yes, I'm sure you tried. However... Alright, these guys are out of the fight. Just have to destroy this. Boom. Could have sworn it was at Site 1 that this scripture was at, but maybe not. Or maybe it is. But we did just deal that. Eastern Orthodox Femboy says, sup, UNC. Hello there. And Ordo says, I cast Flashbang. Yep. Turned out I knocked him out a long time ago and had to scout them out for his body. Yeah. Yeah, that could be annoying. That is... Maybe it's Site 5 that the scripture's at. It makes sense that it might be. So we've already made it past Site 6. Yeah, we'll try Site 5 and see how that goes. And once we do... That's Site 6 right there, just in case. I'm going to Site 5 because I don't like the idea of getting attacked by a bunch of things again, so... At least not if I can avoid it. Or Eastern Orthodox Finby says, my least favorite group of people is people who put peanut butter in the fridge. I see. Okay, then. Peanut butter belongs in the cabinet. I'm going to go on a limb and say this is probably where the scripture is kept.
Who's there? Thou art revealed, foe. Defend thyself.
Coward. Then I'll clench thy head.
Ah! Coward! Face me and fight!
Okay, they got me fair and square on that. Sci-fi has been set aside for the Cavador and his private staff. No other presence shall be tolerated here. Cog seeks out not the furnace nor the kindling gear. The design of the builder guide thee to thy place. So yeah, this I'm pretty sure is going to be where it is. Ever played Quake 2 on the N64? Says Anti-White ends with you. I've not played it on the N64. I have the PC version. Haven't played too much of it, but I do have it. Or it says, important looking door leads to important looking treasure and boss. Or in this case, robotic stuff and more people with maces. Yep. What country is this? Why are the girls... Why are the girls so pretty? I wouldn't take up. Yeah, they're not exactly good looking.
Nothing is hid so well that I shan't find it.
Mine instruct. Is thy head ready for my... Ha! No! Ha! I once more Mayfly.
Where canst thou be?
I am besieged.
I am the builder's hand. Hey!
Ah, they got me. But I scared one of them off, and I could probably do that to this dude too.
Whoever thou be, I shall find thee.
Stop! Take thou no further action.
Inch by inch I search till I've found thee.
Oh dear, that was close. Alright, but now I need to run and basically lead this dude on a merry trace and beat him. That is in the realm of possibility. I just need to get him either knocked out or scared. Ow! This needs Duel of the Fates playing during the fights, yeah.
How the unrighteous fall!
I killed him, didn't it? God damn it. Alright, now that I've at least got that camera dealt with.
Thou art surely smote!
Oh! That works. Thank you, game. Now that we've knocked him out, we do have the health potions necessary to basically keep doing this. And I don't think they have the numbers to really keep it up. Anyway, it ends with you says the original backbent or ROM on emulator now. I only played the N64 port. Why does this game remind me of old PS1 bots? This game did come out during the PS1 era. It came out during 2000 and is basically a sequel slash expansion basically of a 1998 game. So, okay. New scripture, the Master Builder, draft, page 31. Master Builder, your time is nigh upon us. My protective chamber is nearly complete, and therein shall CIARAN retreat. Soon the servants will be given away. CIARAN shall create a guiding beacon, and with it CIARAN, in his wisdom, shall call the servants back to the Soulforge Cathedral, to be modified with improvements. Should any be necessary, then at last shall all doubt be erased from my mind, and all chance of failure overcome. Then shall CIARAN take the steps to bring your paradise to the
This guy makes the hammers sound sane.
Okay, that's a fair bit of loot. So at least there's some good stuff to find here.
Bah!
Oh dear.
This'll stop you, David.
Thank you. Anyway, it says stand, let them surely smote you, jeez. Okay. She is she's basically can be instantly aggro. Let's try lockpicking. Or not.
Hey! This'll stop you, thief! Hey! Friends, good cogs, to me! Aim me with this, thief!
So we do have a flash bomb. We can use it to knock out her and any friends she brings. Which probably aren't going to be that many, but... Oh. Well, I'm going to be having to fight this character. That works. Thank you, game.
Friends, good cogs, to me! Aim me with this, thief! Thief! Arm thyself, good mechan.
We've got that dealt with. Oh, no, you don't. Ow! Whoa, that was close. Okay, he's been scared. So now we can carry on. If only Garrett could use smash quicker.
Murder! Friends to me! What boldness is this?
Friends, good cause. To me! Aim you with this stick.
Oh, hello. Well, the security is active now. Oh god.
Thou art surely smoke.
Alright. See what Cavador's diary has to say.
At him, friend.
Ah, wondrous discovery. For the chance to learn here, I would excuse Karis far more than he hath done. Mayhap I spoke too soon. Of all the wonders our ancestors hath left for our discovery, Karis is fascinated by only the smallest portion, yet without his aid, 'twould be not to explore. Still more rust gas hath arrived, and I sent it as well to the lava, for it cannot convince Karis how little use we have for it. If only the Cetus Amicus could carry more digging supplies instead. Site 2 goes best. It hath yielded up what Karis wanted, and now we explore its greater mysteries. How beloved of the builder these ancestors must have been, for surely he did show them all the matter of wonders we can barely comprehend. Time will be short for my side projects, at least until the next shipment. Even then, I fear more unreasonable demands, until there is barely time to sleep, lest we fail to meet Karis' schedule. So Site 2 is there, and that's the richest of the bunch.
We strike
Thief!
together then.
Intruder!
Yourselves and hither
Arm
now.
ourselves, good mechanists.
Oh no, you don't. How many flash bombs do I have? One. I don't feel like...
And then be crushed. Ugh! How the unrighteous fall!
Alright, we'll just do it the good old-fashioned way.
I shall bludgeon thee but good.
Ugh! Mayst find thy mark. Ugh! 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 Lend aid, good Karis. Ah! Ooh! Bring thy numbers hither, friends.
I mean, at that point, that's just a waste of a good flash bomb. Either I knock them out both, or I don't even bother.
I'll clench thy head.
Ugh!
Okay, now we can go back, see what else is in there. And once we've done it, we'll be good to go and check out what's to find in Site 2, and then maybe make a withdrawal.
Friends to me! What boldness is this? Friends to me! What boldness is this?
So I'd say I've already cleared out largely everything.
Arm thyselves and hither now!
Well, I'd say, yeah, we've pretty much cleared out everything that needs to... Ooh. Alright, now we can go ahead and pick up where we left off. Nico says, loud noises. I know. What we're going to do is head to Site 2, since it said it was the richest of the various sites, and see what we can find there. And from there, we go... Okay, we'll use a mine to try to...
Thine evil stench shall unhide thee. Stay with me a while.
We speak for an intruder. Fall to my boat!
How the unrighteous fall!
Wither and rot!
You know what? Maybe I could just ignore this loot and call it a day. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can actually go around the worst of that there. If I can. Looks like I can, actually. New scripture of the Master Builder, draft.
Art thou? As the wrongful live, so shall they die! Oh! Your smite hath now.
Actually, I don't even have to do that route. I just go around it. Yeah. I'll go around it and knock him out, and then, yeah. I'm silly for even thinking I should do it that way. But what this will do is give me a great opportunity to just slip in, knock out the guards, and take some nice fat loot. Sounds like some of the guards are even... Yes, there's some of them are asleep. Boom. Horus says, loud noises are there not to hear autistic screeching, Nico. But you can use autistic screeching for all your sound clips, Horus. Okay. will knock this person out as soon as they...
Wait! Thou art...
Oh! Does that count as me killing her or not? I don't think it did. So blue on blue does not count. That's amusing.
By the gears, you will die here. Oh.
Okay, we'll take you this route. Okay, now that he's out of this way, I'll just do this.
Keep eyes and ears awake. Something's amiss.
Okay, you guys clearly need a flash bomb. Ow.
Thou may laugh for the moment, but thou wilt cry ere long. I have... 'tis as if the very shadows swallowed him up. Reveal thyself and surrender.
Art thou a coward? Then cease thy hiding!
Thine evil stench shall unhide thee. Ah, curse thee! Ah!
Where canst thou be? Thy death flies to thee.
Cowards and the vilest weeds hide so. By the builder, I've lost that scoundrel. I uproot thee, weed. In the builder's armor, I am well dressed.
They actually blocked each other! Okay, now I know what to do. Get them all loaded up once again. Appear to have run out of battery, unfortunately. But it is at a point where I can pretty much finish the mission. So.
Dost thou see thy...
Ow! How low on health was I? I was not. She basically had to get a headshot on me, I guess.
I'll lift every stone till I find thee, salamander.
I can. I am fueled by the fires of the builder himself.
How the unrighteous fall!
Fall to my boat.
Bring thy numbers hither, friend! Stay with me a while. I think there might be trouble. Thou art ended!
Let's try that again, but instead we could use her to basically kill some of these enemies, and
Only cowards and the vilest weeds hide so. Thou art ended! Thou art surely smoked! Thou shalt regret defying us! Lend me thy tools! Hurry, friend!
Thou art pierced!
Have at him, friend!
Thou art a treacherous orchid, to shrink so from light. Treachery,
Thou!
a friend down, murder!
you know what? We'll just. I didn't really see anything too special there, anyways. So what we'll do is we shall call it.
Friends to me, what boldness is this? Arm thyselves and hither now.
Alright, I'm pretty sure I stuck the dude at Site 8, so we'll just take Site 8, pick him up, and carry him to Site 9, and then that should be the end of the mission. It's not too difficult. So, okay, we'll just take this route, because this is the way through. Alright, now just to pick up Kavador and just bring him back. I mean, we already got a fair bit of loot anyways. We're at 2,300. It's not even technically a requirement to get loot on this. We just need to get all the objectives, which we have. And we accidentally went all the way back to Site 2. But actually, that is an opportunity. So I could take this one out, which would make my job way easier. Now that's one guard down. Whoops. Let's see what we've got. So making it down here again, to get us some loot. If we can knock out that one guard, the mage, we are in a very good spot. That's this route. Okay, so there is that dude there. We need to find a way around him.
I'll have no mischief on my watch. Aha! I welcome the fight.
Okay, what I should have done was a little bit different. Yeah, this is why the noisemaker, though, exists.
Who troubles my watch? Show thyself.
Oh,
Thou hast stirred my anger, Shadow Creeper. Thy days of sin end now, villain.
wait. That was funny, even if it failed. Okay. Clearly, he's already been aggroed before, so we need to find another route around there. And I think I can. If we go this way, we can, maybe.
Only cowards hide so, villain. I am fueled by the fires of the Builder himself!
Well, we could do that. That's...
I hear thee croaking.
Ready for my mate.
Be sure, thief.
Now that we've got that sorted, all I have to do is wait for... There we are. Alright, let's say we are good to go. Might, though, be something else, since, you know, we did just open some sort of door.
heard something.
Come out!
The blood will be to find this menacer.
Weed.
Friend, I spot a villain. To me.
Okay, well, alright, now that we've picked their pockets and got even more nice fancy loot. You can see if there's any goodies in here of note.
What's that there? But a rancorous wind sent to trouble my watch.
Archaeologist sounds so much more dignified than thief.
Alright.
Cease thy croaking and hopping.
Intruder! Let's attack! Friends! Good call.
Okay, that didn't go according to plan, but we now know some security. We hit site 3, we'll have some more loot, hopefully. So we'll hit these remaining sites.
For the builder's sake, what was that? By the builder, reveal thyself! Hide if you...
For Karis' sake, is there someone there?
Whoever...
All is quiet once again. Thank you, Karis. Unlawful villainous deed.
Okay, let's not kill her, because game says no.
Hello? Who's making that noise? Reveal thyself. Stop!
Let's use a moss arrow since I am very sick and tired of having that particular guard notice.
Good, Cog, is that you? The builder will show all if 'tis meant to be revealed. If there be a seam, weld it. If there be a gear, turn it. If there be a furnace, fuel it.
Alright, now you get knocked out.
For the builder's sake, what was that?
Come into the light so that I stop thy flutterings by the gears. You will die here.
Stand and be crushed!
Alright, let's...
What mischief this? Ah! It takes more than that to unfool me.
Let's not do that. You know, I have a slow fall potion, perhaps.
Bite!
Not missing would be a good idea.
In Porcara!
Let's get it right this time.
Cease thy croaking and hop into view, vile toad! Oh. Ah!
Alright. One more time. I think I had it the first time when I snuck around
If
this.
someone is there, then show thyself. 'Twere leaves in mine ears rustling so. But they...
There. Now we got him.
Didst that our builder?
Well, at least we got this stuff, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so Site 4 is cleared. Just leave Site 3 and whatever goodies might be in there. Okay, we'll knock these guys out. I mean, this thing's gonna be easy to ambush, hopefully.
trembling breath.
Alright, now we'll defeat this dude here. I love it when they do the multi-attack. There. Now we got them dealt with. Alright. We've dealt with that. That's not good. Well, at least I have a couple of gas mines now. So I can, if I survive long enough, knock out a few more guards, and I have a flash mine. Yep, that'll kill me instantly. Okay, let's not do that. Let's, in fact, wonder if I can use one of my mines to destroy him. Yeah, I missed that through. Okay, let's try something a little bit different. We'll let the alarm die out, and eventually we'll be able to make it back up. So we have already knocked out all the guards. It's just the turret we have to worry about. There we go. Now I have to run again. What I will do is do the same trick again. Run. Site 3 is down. Site 2 is down. So just Site 7 and 8 to really worry about if I really want. Got 2 mines, 2 flash mines. So I'm really curious what exactly that thing opened up. Thank you, game. That's not what I wanted. We'll just see if there's any. I think this level isn't quite as bad as people will say, but it has been kicking my ass, I will give it that. Site 1, which I've already dealt with, and that leaves just sites. I don't think I have dealt with site 7. No, actual site 6. I might as well hit site 6 while at it. What the hell? I now have the equipment to, assuming I don't get hit. Assuming I don't get hit, I do actually have the equipment necessary to defeat most of the stuff in there. Pretty sure this is site 6, perhaps. No, I went the opposite direction. Site 5, which we cleared out a good while ago, and gave us...
Friends, we are one less. Murder!
Yes, I'm sure you will. But in the meantime, I have some stuff to do with regards to your buddies down here. Oops, this is the wrong way. So, because I can't see any comments anymore, because for the immediate time, what I'm going to do is wait till, if there are any super chats or anything like that, which I haven't had any super chats in a good while anyways, but just in case, if there are, the plan is going to be that I'm just going to read them and respond to them in a pinned comment afterwards. That's the plan. Okay.
Art thou a coward?
He did see me, briefly. That's right, come to Papa. Alright, now that he's dealt with, we can see whatever is here. And that would be another site, basically, finished. And how hilarious. What do I have here? There's one way to guarantee the mechanists never find their drill, take it. Okay. So, that was good. We found another hidden objective. We also found 3 fire arrows at a time where we don't need them anymore. So thanks, game. But we have dealt with everything else, so you know. Well, I am going to make sure we hit any more of the sites we can potentially find. We will basically get more goodies from, I think. Alright, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we dealt with everything aside from potentially side 7. Person who returns the diamond build bit last seen shall be rewarded with an extra sleep cycle. Let the builders faithful turn their eyes to a task, and lo, it shall be done, Brother Cavator. That is very funny. Okay, so I'm just going to go to site 7, like I said, and see if there's any goodies. And that should be the end of it, as far as the loot's concerned. I could have beat this mission a long time ago, but, you know, admittedly, I wanted to explore at least a little bit. Yes, it was a tough mission, but there were plenty of goodies around to be had, although I was starting to get low on some supplies. We'll see what Site 7 has to offer us, and if anything, I think we are closing in, yeah. Okay, so we've definitely already been here. But have we explored is the big question. Well, we've been here. This is the crossroads area. That's Site 8. And also Site 7. Cool. So I have to go there if I want to go to... Except I don't. I can go this route. Let's see. I can drop a mine there if I really want. The security system is down. There is an invisibility potion I have. She must have went this way. Alright, well, we have... Yeah, I know I've been here, so that's good. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and finish the mission. If she shows up, I can knock her out, hopefully, quick enough. And, I mean, I've got an invisibility potion if it really, really comes down to it. So we should be all right. I love how it lights up now that he's there. Okay, so yeah, she definitely can see me. Alright, I think we're at a good stopping point, so I will save, and then once I've saved, we will finish the stream, and from there, we'll get ready for next week, where we do have basically a filler mission, I think, but we'll see how quickly we can finish that, and if so, then we can move on to the next mission immediately after. And if not, well, it'll still be a refresher, I guess, or something. So yeah, I think I have had a pretty fun time playing this. I just need to get to here, I think. It looks like everything done. And it was. Alright, stats. 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 16 seconds. Most of the loot, most of the pockets picked, and we did knockouts 41 and 1 while airborne. And we didn't get the secret, but that's okay. We still did a pretty good job. So yeah, I think we are at a good stopping point there, so I'll go ahead and call it. Yeah, this has been Ace. I hope you've enjoyed watching me play some more Thief 2 as much as I've enjoyed playing it, and I hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out. So actually, see if I can read some of the comments before I go. Doing a full loot goblin run. Not quite, but we did do pretty nicely, I think. I think a nuke was going to go off by the works. So, yeah. Triad says, see you next week. Yep. Like I said, I don't think the mission was that awful. It's just trying to get all that extra loot if you really want it. And trying to find Cavador maybe, but I found him basically within... Basically, I found him fairly quickly. So, yeah. But anyways, okay, so, yeah, there we are. So in any case, like I said, this has been Ace. I hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out.